If you are a durian lover, you'd have noticed this. Different durian varieties have hit the market in recent years, each offering unique flavours and textures. They could cost on average about 50 to up to 90% more than the popular Mao Shan Wang. Which is why Talking Point viewer Andrew Yeo sent us this email. He's been seeing these different labels in the market lately and wonders if they were just a marketing gimmick or a genuine variety.
Well, Andrew, I'm going to help you figure out what these different varieties are and what we are actually paying for. I'm at a durian party organized by Class 95. The radio station found out that we are doing a story on durians and invited me to join in the fun. Yes!
And I've asked a special guest along. Remember our viewer Andrew? He loves the spiked fruit so much that he has been having it almost twice a week this season.
We have a surprise for you today.
Like 200 other party goers here, he'll get to enjoy durians here for free.
So what makes you think that some of these newer varieties may not be so legitimate?
In recent years, I've seen quite a few new varieties in the market, and it got me questioning, like, what am I actually paying for? And when I speak to different durian sellers, they give me different answers as well.
What are some of the newer varieties you've come across?
I've seen Tupai King, Butter King, King of Kings, and there's even Mao Shan Wang.
Oh my goodness, what is that? What do you think they actually are?
I suspect they could be part of the same cultivar, for example, Mao Shan Wang, just that it's being mislabeled, like a different cultivar.
What was the most expensive new variety durian that you've ever spent on?
This season, the most expensive durian that I paid for was $28 per kg. It was the Tupai King. When I went to the durian shop, it was very confusing because there was a label that says Tupai King 28 per kg, but underneath that label, it also stated Mao Shan Wang. So it's like Mao Shan Wang and Tupai King combined into one board.
So you had your doubts. Why did you still spend the money?
I wanted to give it a shot to see if it was really worth my money.
So you are a true blue durian lover. I'm so excited to go on this journey of investigation for you. Let's eat.
Sure. Sounds good.
Meet Kelvin Tan. His shop's name pays tribute to the 99 durian trees in his plantation in Rawup, Malaysia.
So one of the newer varieties is this, what we call black thorn. It's D200. Taste-wise, it's very creamy, deep aroma, and it's generally bittersweet. It ranges from $33 to $38 per kilo, depending on the season.
Whoa, there you have it. You know, I might mistake this for Mao Shan actually.
Actually, for Mao Shan Wang, it's deeper yellow, whereas you can see that for black thorn, right, it is pretty orangey.
Even for Mao Shan Wang, there are premium grades sold at a heftier price tag.
Now, this black gold, it's very unique. We have to open quite a number of durian in order to identify the real black gold.
What exactly do you mean that you have to find the black gold?
For black gold, Mao Shan Wang, it has a very intense bitterness to it. That bitterness and the aroma lingers on for a couple of hours after you've eaten it. On a good day, you will be lucky to find 5 out of 100 pieces of black gold Mao Shan Wang durian. Sometimes we can go through probably 300 to 400 pieces of durian and we can't even find one black gold. I don't sell it here, but apparently King of King is one of the more premium Mao Shan Wang variety as well. We don't really market our durians as old trees in general, but old tree durian supposedly have a more robust and more intense flavor. So in terms of smell and texture, right, this durian seems to perform a bit better than others.
What are other newer varieties?
Tupai King is so rare that actually, to be honest, I've never seen it before. Neither have I tasted it before. We've seen it in some people sharing it in social media, in some of those durian forums and things like that.
Tupai King.
Tupai King ni adalah satu ciri istimewa.
We only heard of this Tupai King coming into the scene probably around 3 years ago.
Is there a huge demand for such newer varieties?
Yes, there is.
What makes these newer varieties more expensive?
These varieties that are expensive is likely because the supply itself is very low. They are rarer in nature.
When you say rare, how rare does it ever get?
So to put it in perspective, right, for the total output in Malaysia, those rarer durians in totality stands less than 10% of the total output. So out of 10 durian, maybe only one is those of the rarer variety.
New varieties are rare, and from what I've learned, what could be the rarest and most in trend now is the elusive Tupai or Squirrel King. But I'm about to be in for a treat.
哦，这个季节只剩下一粒，我留给你的。
我很感动，谢谢你。
Almost 90% of the durians we see in Singapore are from Malaysia. And among the many varieties being sent here, the Tupai King stands out as one of the rarest. Which is why I am heading up north.
I'm in Penang because this is where the most recent and one of the most expensive new varieties, Tupai King, originates from. It's also where the black thorn, which is fast becoming a favorite amongst Singaporeans, is grown.
I'm traveling to Rilau, about 15 kilometers from Penang's capital, Georgetown. This is the birthplace of the Tupai King.
I'm actually quite excited because I want to look and smell and taste the authentic Tupai King.
And this farmer is the man who cultivated the Tupai King.
哇，这些都是 Tupai King 吗？
不是啊，我收藏在里面。这个是 order 的榴莲，我没有吊着卖的，因为它的量很少。
量很少，意思是多少呢？
差不多一个季节榴莲1000粒。
那比起猫山王呢，大概有多少？
猫山王很多肉，算百单啊，算百单的榴莲哦。
OK， 啊，所以真的是小巫见大巫。
对。哦，这个季节只剩下一粒，我留给你的。
我很感动，谢谢你。
This looks just like any other durian to me. Mr. Chu， 这个 Tupai King 哦，它的外观有什么特色？你可以跟我说一下吗？
这里人特殊就是它的果形哦 ，Tupai King 的形状椭圆形。
哦，我看一下。This is the oval shaped, which is supposed to be the unique feature. 现在你说的，我倒觉得真的是形状哈，就有点不一样。
徐小姐，现在我切给你吃。
OK。
这里榴莲开法不一样。哦。Tupai King 的开法是要开头的，不能开屁股的。
这样为什么要先开头呢？
因为它的头的部分没有这样拉皮，屁股上。它的皮很厚，拉不开它。
来，我们给镜头看一下。You saw it first here, guys, on Talking Point. First look of the Tupai King, and this is the only fruit left for the season that Mr. Chu has kept for me. OK，Mr. Chu， 在我尝之前哈，我要问一下，因为我是新加坡人，所以我一定要问 How much？ 这一粒是几公斤？
这粒是差不多要接近3公斤。
3公斤嘞，我们算一下，这粒榴莲就是360块马币，那换去新加坡钱是多少钱 105块 ，guys, 105 for this durian.
在你吃之前，我拿猫山王和杜拜金比较给你看一下。
哦，所以如果我看卖相的话，哈，就外观而言，确实是有分别哦。
这个猫山王的肉质是甜味比较高的，苦味比较少的。杜拜金的榴莲是苦味比较高的，甜味少一点的。
我看这个颜色好像有点黑青哦。
对了，它已经发酵了，慢慢在发酵了。
So what Mr. Chu is saying is a green tinge to it. That's the unique feature. Even when the durian is open, you're going to see that slight greenish tinge. Whereas for other types of durians, only when it's wet or it's overly fermented, then you will see the bruising. Time for my taste test. Let me not be the only judge. I'm going to get my crew to come and try. 你们要吃吗 ？Cameraman 在点头，你看，来，廖你来吃。Okay, cameraman is trying. 上面来，不要客气。
哇，真的不同哎，味道，好吃，非常好。
Actually more bitter than Mao Shan Wang, which is to my liking. But I think the special thing is when I finish the whole durian, there's like an alcoholic taste to it. It hit me only towards the end. Mr. Chu, 这个 Tupai King 呢，你是怎么样发掘的？
在大坝里面发掘喽，发掘它有它的特别的特色，然后很多人喜欢订购这里榴莲来吃。我发觉它的前途很大。 我就播植到我自己的园里面来种喽。
Oh, so what Mr. Chu is saying that this originally was discovered as a kampong durian， 可以这样说吗？
对。
Many of today's known durian varieties were originally found growing naturally in villages, or what we know as kampongs. Farmers like Mr. Chu would find these unique durians, then proceed to grow and promote these newfound fruits. Mr. Chu is taking me to his plantation, the size of about 6.5 football fields. This is the site where he first grafted his Tupai King.
那这就是杜拜金的果了。
这些都还没有掉下来哎。
哦，我叫它不要掉，等你拍完才掉。这一颗啊，就是我新博的杜拜金。哦。是用老树的头博杜拜金在上面哦。
那你为什么要博在老树上呢？
因为博在老树上，它3年半，它结的果就很优良的品种，节省我们的时间哦，不用等到好像这样的25年谁能等啊？
为什么市面上Tupai King的量这么少呢？
因为它的果数还不多嘛。我是近这2年才推广我的Tupai King，它的幼苗我有给很多的农民朋友刚种罢了，然后他们的果刚种就没有生果。
在新加坡呢，我们其实也是有看到，比较少，可是其实也是有看到Tupai King，而且市价非常高。这些呢是正宗的Tupai King吗？
到新加坡的市场是我的，我敢说是没有了。我的Tupai King没有出到新加坡。
This is the certificate from the Malaysian Agricultural Research and Development Institute that proves it was Mr. Chu who registered the Tupai King name. He only started selling his Tupai King saplings 2 years ago. So if his fruit isn't being exported to our sunny island, then what are these? I'm determined to find out just what we are paying for when we buy not just Tupai King, but any of these premium durians.
One look I can tell that this is not Tupai King. I don't know what.
going to prepare the plates first. I have bought a range of durians from different stalls across Singapore. Some familiar names like Old Tree Durians and varieties like Tupai King, Black Gold, King of Kings. On average, the more premium varieties I bought for this tasting session cost about 29% more than regular Mao Shan Wang durians. I want to know if the durians I bought are indeed the premium varieties they claim to be. To help me out, I've gathered a team of experts. Collectively, these guys have close to 100 years of sourcing and selling the king of fruits. All right, gentlemen, some Tupai King that I managed to get from Singapore. So I'm going to put it in the middle.
A bit different, fragrance-wise, and it looks a bit different actually.
Tupai King will be more bruises, like brew black. Some of the fresh, and it's much more, it's not that yellowish, definitely not that yellowish.
Okay, so you have looked at the color and you have also smelled it. Is this Tupai King? Who says yes? I can see my money flying.
Actually, one look at it immediately, I can tell that this is Mao Shan Wang, and it's not Tupai King because number one, we look at Mao Shan Wang almost on a daily basis. Number two is that Tupai King is supposed to be a bit more bruises.
Confirm Mao Shan Wang?
Confirm. So for Mao Shan Wang seed, it's usually having a darker shade of brown. And you can see that after they have eaten the seed, most of it is flat like that. It's very evident that only Mao Shan Wang has this high proportion of flat seed compared to bigger seeds.
Let me tell you how much I paid for this Tupai King. I was sold this as $58 per kilo.
Wow! You just got a carrot.
Okay, let's go for round two. I'm presenting the panel with three varieties: the Black Gold, King of Kings, and durian sold to be as coming from old trees. All premium varieties of Mao Shan Wang. We have a bunch of very confident people here. Just by looking, they are going to tell me what it is. This time, I want to know if the experts can tell the different grades of Mao Shan Wang apart.
This is Chinese. This is a Thai durian. Okay?
Yes.
A lot of people don't know that actually this Chenny, right? They thought all Thai durians actually are crispy and hard, but this is actually the Thai durian breed grown the Malaysian way. That means they harvest it when it dropped to the floor and not cut it when it's still up on a tree.
Then number two, this is Mao Shan Wang.
This plate and the other plate is the same. Mao Shan Wang, the Wang Zhong Wang or the Black Gold equivalent.
It does look like Mao Shan Wang.
Now, let's move on to the last one.
It's Musan King.
This is definitely a Mao Shan Wang.
Yeah, I think this is Mao Shan Wang.
So you think that these two types are Mao Shan Wang? We are very offended by this one. It's actually Thai durians.
Yes.
Once they tasted the fruits, all five of them agreed on this. You've tried this one in the middle. Do you still stand by the fact that it's some kind of Thai durian?
Yes, definitely.
This is definitely a Mao Shan Wang, but they will sell you probably Black Gold or Lao Su.
Yeah, I think this is Mao Shan Wang. It's a slightly bigger fruit. So most likely it's gonna be a King of King or Black Gold or Old Tree or something like that to raise up the price.
Are we ready for the review? Here's what the durians was sold to me as.
Okay. What? Correct, huh?
Okay, this plate was sold to me as this.
Whoa, Wang Zhong Wang.
Now this one, which you have told me is actually Malaysian-produced Thai durian. This is what I was sold as.
Wow. The durian seller has the audacity to sell you Old Tree.
I noticed with some interest that some of you were able to tell straight away that this was Black Gold.
Yes. But this is a marketing term. Black Gold, Old Tree, and King of Kings actually is just
Premium.
Mao Shan Wang.
The Mao Shan Wang has a very wide taste profile. You have Mao Shan Wang that's quite sweet to the very bitter type. So because of the taste profile for this cultivar, I think the vendors has leveraged on this opportunity to market it as a various types.
So why do they put different labels on what is essentially the same variety?
The only reason is to increase the profit margin and probably to create some confusion, right? It's fully ripe with a bit of like bruises. They maybe call it black gold. They open up and they see that, wow, this is very well fermented. They call it O3. There's nothing wrong with marketing term. It is just that when consumer asks you this question, what's the difference? I think it's important to answer with honesty.
Over the years, these terms has been used to segregate whatever that people want more and want less. And black gold has also been coined in such a way that people start to think that it's going to be of a certain profile to it, right? But then we see that this is not uniform. There could be a seller who is selling black gold as very bitter, very robust, very strong flavored, right? And then you can have another store that's selling normal Mao Shan Wang as black gold. He doesn't care about the profile because what he wants to do is to mark up the price.
Our panel could see and taste the difference in the premium Mao Shan Wang. But the Tupai King I bought turned out to be fake. It was just Mao Shan Wang. Now, if you recall, Farmer Chu, who discovered Tupai King, showed us distinct differences between the two fruits. And the old tree Mao Shan Wang I was sold? Well, that's just cheap Thai durian. Buying durians can be a really daunting experience, especially when what you buy might not be what you get. Now, there's just one final thing left for me to do.
Thank you very much.
So, Andrew, you sent me on this journey of investigation and I'm here to report back to you. So, number one, varieties like Black Gold and King of Kings, they are premium Mao Shan Wang. I was also told that, for example, for Black Gold, and it's called Black Gold because of a certain darkish hue, and that shows that the durian is in fact more bitter than your average Mao Shan Wang. That's why they slapped the term Black Gold on it. Would you pay a premium for that?
I would, but I have seen black hues or what is called a black gold on durians that are actually not sold as black gold before. Yeah, so I think I would be willing to pay a cheaper price for Mao Shan Wang and then just accept the variants that comes with every fruit.
So I went to Penang to hunt down the original Tupai, at least the name that was registered with the Malaysian authorities. And the farmer there told me that he has never sold any of his Tupai to Singapore before.
Okay. Then what have the Tupai Kings I've been eating, what have they been so far?
We bought some Tupai King here, and it was clear to me and the panel of experts that it was in fact Mao Shan Wang.
Okay, so the Tupai Kings that are sold in Singapore, there is a very huge possibility that they are all Mao Shan Wang.
Well, we don't know what else they could be, but if you get Tupai King in Singapore, there is a chance that it may not be the real deal.
That's really disappointing to hear.
Knowing what you do now, what is the most important lesson you picked up?
I think it's very important to purchase from reputable sellers. This actually reduces the chance of them selling you durians that are not fresh or selling you durians that might not be what they present it to be.